Gate 14 podcast. Gang's back together. JR's here. Avery is in bumfuck nowhere, wherever the fuck Avery's in.
Charlottetown
Avery,
PEI,
doing,
the house that Daniel Hardy built.
Really? How's PEI doing?
It's good, man. Good golf.
Show your hair, Ave, because this was news.
Well, no, it's not news. It happened last episode, but someone decided to
go to Shoeless Joe's or make whatever.
How does it feel?
Guys, there's a couple things that
are you rested?
That happened. I'm very well rested. I almost needed one off. It was like Charlie Montoya type of day off. That's what that was.
Day off right before an off day, eh?
Yeah. Nothing
I
like
showed up. I showed up 5 minutes at the end of the pod like he does with George Springer. You know what I mean?
What people fail to realize is shout out Skipper's dugout, by the way. Shout out Avery with that.
No, just Skippers. Just Skippers.
Skippers? Okay, yeah. Skippers. I was watching it, and Avery mentioned on the YouTube video that there might not be a video this week because he's on All-Star break. So for people that think like this is just a running joke with the podcast, haha, Avery says he's on All-Star break. No. Avery genuinely thinks that he is as well on an All-Star break, sharing an All-Star break with all the big dogs in the Blue Jays.
It's a long season, man. 162. Some people need a break sometimes, right?
Not me. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be. That's why you're different, Johnny. For me, I was on vacation. I knew I needed to take it off. So I was transparent though. Like I let the people know because they will be mad if there's no video. But I told them last week.
Yes, I can respect that. And Jared, can we tackle your friend being a big Johnny Junta stan? What happened here? What is this? What's the deal with this?
He pretty much a lot of people are excited for the merch, man. Like I didn't think the traction would be this high, but everyone wants to see merch. And he pretty much just texted me and said, can I bring merch to him once we get it? And he fucking loves Johnny. He thinks he's the greatest podcaster of all time.
That's high praise.
I don't know if we can pump his tires that much, but
they say never meet your heroes though, man. So I will warn him when he
I don't does he know that? Does JD know that?
Yeah, he knows that he's coming. He's excited. So
they say never meet your heroes.
But he did compare you to Frank the Tank is what he called me.
Which is fine.
That is not how you react.
It's fine in an aspect of popularity. Like Frank the Tank is very popular. It's fine in that aspect, but looks wise, I hope he's not obviously referring to that. Personality wise, listen, I'm not the most negative guy all the time. I can't be Frank the Tank.
It was wild. It was one of the funnier comparisons I've gotten. I mean, Pete Davidson's a funny one. I kind of understand that one, to be honest. And then the first one, Zimmer, that was funny.
That's wild. That's wild. Wow.
I also got it's actually crazy, man. I leave one pod and I'm getting everyone's fans are just this is a lot of people who listen to us. So that's my bad for missing last week, guys.
It's all right.
Were they on your ass, man?
They are on his ass. He's getting roasted at our DMs.
Well, okay, come on. Those guys need to buckle up. The real JR truthers, they're not in the DMs. They understand, right? The real JR truthers are not bitching at me. That's in the DMs.
They know you need vacation too, man.
That's fair. That's
fair.
fair.
Anyways, but one guy, a listener, he says he loves the pod, but JR needs to get better internet. Can't fucking listen to
him. He's a JR stan. He's JR stan. And JR,
it's just what you deal with, though. You have a Zoom account that doesn't go more than 40 minutes, and JR doesn't have internet that you think is going to work every week.
You know what? Fair point. I've actually ripped my father apart about this, but we're supposed to have top of the line internet here, and for some reason my room gets fucking 2 bars every time. So
that is
I
wild.
have to move spots, but if I have to move spots for the boys today, it's really good. Man, I hear you guys crystal clear. It's only some nights, so
yeah,
we can tell right away.
If your brother's streaming Netflix, maybe watching, I don't know. I'm not going to.
No, he's not even here. He's not even it's so weird. It's just some nights, so I apologize. I'm apologizing.
Avery, you know what? JR will be back. The summer of JR has just started. Second half of the season. And speaking of that, let's kick into it. JR, what's the update on the website here? The people are dying for the merch. The merch, by the way. Hashtag thank you, Johnny. Hashtag thank you. We print what you want. This shit's gas. Those are fire. I might buy one of each.
Okay, so the update with the merch, obviously, I had to resign from that role, which is unfortunate. But pretty much what happened is we got these dog shit samples from a company in Vancouver. He asked for, I complained heavily. They asked for picture evidence. You know what? I just said fuck it. It wasn't even worth complaining. So we just cut ties with them right in half. Johnny has a
What's the company? We're never gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
what's
name,
the company?
I'm not that guy, man. I'm just not that guy.
Okay,
I'm
you
not
send
gonna
it in the
name
text, and I will out them.
I can't do that, man. Like that's just I just can't do that.
Okay,
But
fine.
I
we'll
wish
get
I
sued.
could. If shit gets, I don't know. I don't even know what else would happen. I mean, technically,
If we get
the
sued
ball's
for some reason,
Give them
for
one more chance. Give
defamation.
them one more chance to send the money back.
okay. Well, you guys gotta send me the pictures. So
Yeah.
I don't have it. I don't have it. It's fucking.
No,
it's
Abe, you got
PEI
it? Okay.
Island Boy. It's Island Boy over here.
But it's
Okay,
in
so-
Georgetown, so it's
Okay,
not.
so we'll have to wait a week. Anyways, Johnny has a guy. Guys, trust me on this. I've seen the sweaters that he has with his other pods. It's the same supplier, right?
Yes, we print
Okay,
what you
so
want.
same supplier. So these are gonna be good. We trust these guys. We had a nice little Johnny and I hopped on a call together. Little three-way call action going on with the supplier, and we got shit going. I'm gonna make the site this weekend, guys. So maybe a little hashtag.
It's gonna be
maybe the JR truthers can give some positive DMs to our account, because right now I've been getting ripped apart in DMs. Some people are calling me a piece of shit. Some So how about some JR truthers come out of the den and help
Well,
me
the
out?
website
But
has to
no,
work first, and
excited.
then everyone will be.
Yeah, I'm
thank you,
fired up
Jerry.
for the website, JR.
We also have
know what
the
you're doing.
website. Come on, man. That's
you know what you're doing.
I can't promise anything. I mean, I promised that I was gonna get the merch done. I didn't do that.
Well,
So
you did the groundwork for it.
I
And
did start the process, to be honest. I don't know if we would have started, and I was there for Johnny's support with the.
Yeah,
I was a
no,
veteran in that.
you-
Come on,
so
I was a veteran
you,
in that.
You
call.
understand a better premise of the shit, because I'm just so used to just ordering hoodies and just literally handing them out for free to like friends of the show and stuff. So you understand like the actual cost analysis of it and shit like that. So hashtag thank you JR for that. But another thing that we have to talk about is this. So so by the way, do you think it's this, like, when is it going to go live? You think Monday? Like what day would you
right
say?
after we finish
the
the Discord.
The hoodies are ready. Like the guy's ready to go. He's ready for the orders. Like when do you think it's going to be, like the pre-sale is going to be ready?
I'd probably say next week. I mean, the website shouldn't be too hard, to be honest. I just gotta look in to make sure like just everything's set up there. But we have the mock-up, so we should be good. We should be good to go live next week and start selling these things.
Let's go. And another thing that obviously we hinted it at it last episode. I'm pretty fired up for this, man. Is we're gonna be doing. So I'm not gonna obviously go into heavy details about it, but we are gonna be doing something with a gambling company. There's going to be exclusive Gate 14 boosts, the Gate 14 page or fucking logo plastered on their website. It's going to be massive, man. And like I said, this is a massive opportunity for us, but it's also, we need you guys, the listeners, to start hammering bets in with the boys. We're going to be sweating them, obviously, with you guys. We're going to be obviously doing some giveaways, maybe if you show proof that you rode with us. Potential raffle to go to a game with the boys. I'll pay for everything. I don't care. We'll pay for everything. Free merch, whatever. We're gonna be doing some stuff, man. It's big. Gate 14 boys are buzzing. Buy the stock early. And that's gonna be.
We should go public. We should go public at some point.
I'm fired up for it, dude. It's gonna be crazy.
This is really exciting. I'm telling you guys, this sports. Well, what we're about to do is we're about to be like. Obviously, we're not going to go too much in detail here, but we're going to be the official like Jay's pod of a sports book. And our logo is going to be plastered on there, and no one does this, man. No one does this right now for the Blue Jays. Like, if you want to bet the Blue Jays, you're doing it solo right now, man. It's not fun betting solo sometimes. You want to bet as a team, and that's what we're going to be here, man. We're going to lose together, and we're going to win together. That's just the way it's going to be.
It's going to be sick. And honestly, boys,
I will lose.
Win or lose. And listen, they're going to lose. Like, listen, gambling's not 100%. But it's the process of losing with the boys and being able to like talk about it, be like, fuck, like I thought Bo Bichette 1.5 bases was free today, or just something like that, or I thought this must-win game was a must-win. Just little shit like that's going to be electric. And I'll promise the listeners this: if Avery gives a stupid pick, we will talk him out of it, because this guy can't find a fucking winner if it was right in front of his face.
It's just that's not true, man.
Why don't we have
owner's
a
box?
you know what we need? Like a Faye Dave pick, right? Like you just everyone goes on the opposite of Abe.
Take the other side of Avery.
I'm gonna get so hot, man. They're gonna take us out of a deal.
So I want to just take the other side of Avery's pick.
It's like Oppo Taco, like the Oppo Taco pick. We just take the opposite of Abe.
It's gonna be electric, and I'll tell you this. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait for the first bet that we do that hits when we're live there, or even like whatever. It is gonna be. We're like, our Instagram is gonna be flooded with DMs, just all the boys riding with us. It's massive. It's a massive time for the Gate 14 boys. Obviously, it's gonna be 6. We have a whole technically second half of the season to go with these boosted plays. We'll start feeding off of you guys, whatever the listener likes or stuff like that. They come with us with stats and stuff. But it's going to be awesome. So stay tuned for that. I'm hoping it's going to be sometime late next week or the week after. But I can't wait to sweat something with the boys. Like, I just can't wait to have a group ride with all of our listeners and just fucking feel something for once.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. We should, you know what? I know that we said Discord. Maybe we could do some stuff with a text chain or something. If they sign up or something, and we make a Gate 14 bet chain or something.
Yeah.
That should be in the Discord. That needs to be on.
Yeah,
me.
that should be. It's okay. It's okay, Ave.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway,
week,
did you boys happen to catch the? I know you've been away, Avery, but you got to listen. Listen. I'm never one to promote other shit. That Spencer Strider interview was one of the best work I've ever done. Well, I'm not even over exaggerating with you. I've gotten tons of texts, tons of DMs from listeners and stuff. That's some of the best work I've ever done. I can genuinely say that.
I saw the clip. It seemed really cool. Him explaining like how he got to 100 miles per hour. That was a good clip.
He's so electric. And when you're talking to the guy, you don't realize like this guy has 114 strikeouts in 74 innings. Like, you don't realize just by talking to him, it's like this guy just body bags major league hitters. It's the craziest thing of all time. It really is. So yeah. Like, obviously, it's a massive. I was fired up for it. I couldn't believe I was talking to him. I got him on, but it's awesome. It really is. Hopefully, we can get Jano on this pod. But I know it's a little bit different. It's not like I don't know. He'd feel weird on this. I guess I don't know. We'll see. But we got to talk about the Jays signing a guy that I know, Vinny Natoli. Right? I sent you guys the link. 1.61 ERA, I believe, since April in AAA. A guy that, in my opinion, might be able to make some noise in the Blue Jays bullpen. He has big league experience. He played with the Mariners last year, just a little cup of coffee, though, and was carving with the Yankees and opted out because he wasn't getting a chance. Where does he sign? The rivals to say, fuck you. Signs with the Blue Jays. I'm fired up for the signing. I will say that his stuff looks nasty. His stats are absurd. And I think it's a big opportunity for the Jays to at least have a little bit of depth in the bullpen. Did you guys happen to catch that?
Did not catch any of that. No,
there was no talk about that on Twitter for sure. But I don't know. It seems like we made another small move, right? Too.
Yeah. What was that Royals guy
really
who had a 12 ERA?
Yeah. What are we doing?
I don't know, dude.
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. Like, these guys could play like very minor roles, I think, but
just give anyone a chance at this point.
Yeah, like, and I'm looking at
Sergio
stats,
Romo,
right?
Rest in peace, man. Blue Jays legend.
Yeah,
great.
R.I.P.
Great.
Where were you when the Jays signed Sergio Romo? But this guy Vinny had a 1.29 ERA in May, 1.69 in June, and 1.80 ERA in July. Just absurd stats. Like, absurd stats. I think it's going to be a good chance. Like, the Jays are just taking risks on guys. And I guess we could go into other things here. The elephant in the room is Juan Soto. And listen, I'm not delusional like other Jays fans. There is a 0.00001 chance the Toronto Blue Jays get this guy. But we have to fucking stop with the people saying, oh, no. We can't give up Bo Bichette. What are you talking about? Juan Soto is under the age of, like, what is he, 23, 22? He's in that age range.
Yeah,
and
like
if you compare him to big, like, Hall of Famers, I saw a stat with plate appearances, weighted runs created plus. He is 7th in the history of baseball under the age of 23 WRC plus. You know who also is on that list? Fucking Ted Williams, Tony Gwynn, Babe, like, just these absolute freaks of nature are on this list with this guy. So for the people saying, oh, no, I can't give up Bo Bichette, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Bo Bichette, if that is the least of the worries. I don't give a shit if you trade Bo Bichette. But can we be realistic? The Jays aren't getting fucking Juan Soto. The Jays they're not the type of team to be able to make a massive trade and just trade 8 guys and just obviously diminish their farm system for Juan Soto. They just will never do. They've never been that type of team.
No, there's probably realistically 3 teams who could get Juan Soto. The Yankees.
Cardinals are going to get him, right?
You think so?
Yeah, Cardinals are.
I wasn't even
the
going to
front
say.
runners.
I was going to say the Padres.
Fuck.
But no, you're definitely right. The thing that you did fight about was Bo Bichette being untouchable. I do think people say Bo Bichette doesn't come around all that often. It's like he's probably not even the best shortstop in the division.
Like who the hell would be? But the only issue with that, who the hell plays shortstop?
Kevin Biggio.
Oh no.
That was a joke.
No, but if you trade Bo Bichette, you're not giving up Groshans. So Groshans can, I guess, come up and like try to fill that void. But at the end of the day, like for the people saying Bo Bichette, like,
oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
If you put a gun to my fucking head and said Bo Bichette or Xander Bogaerts, it's Bogaerts by the snap, and they're in the same division. It's Bogaerts by the snap of a fucking finger. So Bo Bichette stand's gonna stop. Bogaerts, like, Bogaerts is better than Bo. Come on.
No, I agree right now, but for age difference. Like
sure. Yeah.
Right? Like if we're talking about in a playoff run, who am I taking this year? I would say Bogaerts, but in the long run, obviously I'm taking Bo based off his age.
Do you guys think he's like a generational player?
No.
Who, Bo? No. I mean, when Bo was coming up, he kind of, well, like obviously not to the extent like Cavan was supposed to be nothing. Yeah. But Bo was similar situation. Like Bo wasn't supposed to be like this crazy guy that was going to be like a top 5 shortstop in the majors.
Correct.
Like it was never going to be like that. And
what was he, like a second round pick too?
Yeah. So I mean, obviously that happens, but we're seeing it this year that I think based off last year's performance, we thought like this guy's. It was kind of like obviously Vlad had like an absurd year, but Vlad hitting 330 every year, like come on, we can't expect that from a guy like that.
And this is no hate to Bo Bichette from me, at least. It's just I think for someone like Juan Soto, obviously it's like I would get rid of him for Juan Soto. But
if our pitching was what it was supposed to be, I think we would be gearing up right now to make this trade happen. I don't see, right? Don't you guys agree? If our rotation
I don't know,
was in a
man.
good spot. What? Like that's a lefty bat.
Yeah, I think it's just
that
too
is
much.
true.
Give up Gurriel. Gurriel's really valuable right now.
But why not make a minuscule trade to get a left-handed bat like Josh Bell though, where you don't have to deal the farm, right?
That's what I'm saying too. Like if you're saying the pitching was better, that means the team has a better record than we do right now. And that's where you don't a team that is playing that well. I think you'd be dumb as fuck to trade.
Yeah, that's true.
Key pieces away. Get 2 people who are in your lineup, even if it makes you. This sounds kind of dumb, makes you better, but like if you're trying to win a World Series this year, it's not great. But in the long run, it's a fine move.
I don't even think we can afford Vlad and Soto. Like if they both sign.
I
mean, the guy just turned down $440 million.
They would. Oh my God! You thought the Rogers service was bad when the power went out. If the Jays sign Juan Soto and have to pay him $500 million, the phone bill for 10 gigs of data would be fucking $200 for unlimited talk and text and 10 gigs of data just to pay the contract, and I'd be fine with it. The Jays got Soto. It's just the Soto.
It'd actually be better for they would probably have to give up Bo in the deal. Because they're not re-signing Bo at that point.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and someone in the DMs, I'm not going to name drop, but someone said Shohei. If the Jays are not getting fucking Shohei Ohtani for Christ's sakes, man. And I hope that guy was joking because, listen here, all right? The Jays need a left-handed bat and the Jays need pitching. That one guy figures out both problems. Which is kind of true.
I mean, like the trade for Shohei would be so goddamn ridiculous. Of what you're literally, it would solve every single issue. I mean, what do you consider it like a 2-player deal?
Would you rather 2 actual players or just one Shohei? Because I think I'd almost rather 2 players.
No, dude, because Shohei is elite at both things. You could get a Cy Young caliber pitcher and a Silver Slugger hitter for one, just a one guy. But for the Shohei, you would have to trade all your literally all top 10 prospects, like everyone. You probably have to give up Gurriel, Biggio, Tiedemann, Otto Lopez, Orelvis Martinez, Jordan Gross. You'd give up everyone for Shohei.
I think they're gonna deal him too, man. I don't know how many years he has left.
No, there's a pretty big rumor that he I think there's a rumor that he's going to the Braves is a big option for him.
Jesus.
I mean, like if Soto is getting $440 million being thrown out, like what does Shohei?
You can't even value Shohei.
I know you can't even.
Well, he's older though.
That'll be super.
I don't think he's that old, is he?
Shohei is like 28.
Oh, okay.
You know what I wanted to talk about in it regards Soto too, but these fucking news coming out that the Nationals didn't charter Soto to the game.
Do you think that's real?
Shut up.
No, that is real. That is real.
Like, okay, he was the only one from his team playing in the All-Star game. They didn't want to charter him. And then they made a big deal that the Oakland player went on the Astros private jet. Yeah, well, the Astros were playing Oakland, and I don't blame the A's for not chartering a guy from fucking Oakland to Los Angeles. Like, Jesus.
Give him a car.
So they just, I saw like 2 things on planes. It's like they are reading way too into this.
Well,
like, they just
first of all, the guy turns down $450 million. I'm fucking Ubering. I'm saying get in an Uber and go to fucking LA. Isn't that crazy? It's like I understand.
He obviously doesn't. He obviously doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be there. I mean, to be fair,
they've shown that they don't want to win by what they did with.
That's true.
Scherzer and Trey Turner.
Trey Turner and Scherzer when the team wasn't in a terrible spot.
Exactly. It was nuts.
I mean, they just won the World Series the year before.
Yeah, they did. It's the Nationals are how you don't run an organization. Actually, the Oakland A's are. Oakland A's are pathetic.
So I'm looking right now on my phone of the trade proposal for the Cardinals and Soto, and I don't think it's that good of a deal, to be honest.
I don't even know if the Cardinals have enough assets.
I'm telling you what, the Dodgers are going to figure out a way to weasel.
Do they?
The Dodgers are going to figure out a way to weasel him, right?
There's no way he's going to the Dodgers.
You say that now, but it's just like if
I said that. I said that.
What if they would get Trey Turner and Scherzer?
I said that.
What if he's a Yankee?
I'd kill myself.
I don't know.
If he went to the Yankees,
I
think I would
the Yankees. What if it was a blockbuster trade and Judge signed with the Nats for a shit ton of money, and they got Soto?
I don't, dude. And man, this Soto stuff, and obviously right now it's the hottest stove it's gonna be because we're close to trade deadline. I tell you what, whenever this trade does happen, it's going to be one of the most absurd trade. It's going to be like an MLB The Show trade where you just keep throwing dudes in and just keep asking for the trade. And just sooner or later, it's like the trade machine's like, all right, we want this guy. But Juan Soto is a generational talent. And the fact that Jays fans don't realize that, listen, Manoah, okay, I'm iffy on giving away Manoah. Bo Bichette, it's like, come on. This guy's a noodle arm at shortstop. He doesn't throw that hard across the diamond. He's a replaceable guy. You will never. Teams spend tens of years to find a player like Juan Soto. He won a World Series in his first year, right? And he was a massive part of that team.
Yeah,
like
that's kind of was like his breaking out, like of people actually noticing him. Like
he's
the
so
Soto
good.
Shuffle. The Soto
He's
Shuffle
so
during playoffs.
Dude, he's
I kind of didn't like that.
He's so special. Of course you don't.
I didn't like it at first, but then I was kind of like,
I was like, yeah, this guy's got dots on him. So All-Star game. We have to talk about it. I turned off the home run derby once Albert Pujols won. Hand up.
They need to go back to the old format. I don't like
with 10 outs.
You think so?
I do agree. I do.
I mean, that's just like the classic, like this timing shit. Like, it's just not what when you were a kid and you're doing a home run derby with the team, like you do the outs. Like that's just how you do
That's
it. I'm
how
not
you're
fucking getting coached to bring out a stopwatch to fucking see how fast I can swing.
I like this one better.
No, it's dumb. It's dumb. I'm on JR's side because listen, it's a fucking free for all. The home run derby. It is supposed to be the rule. When the ball lands, you can throw the next pitch.
Yeah, half the guys
there
are
is
cheating.
4 balls in the air at a time. There's literally there's fans ducking and dodging, and there's the little kids in the outfield dodging fucking 4 fly balls at a time. They don't follow any rule that's not enforced. And there was some iffy stuff about Albert Pujols. He hit a home run way after the 0 seconds mark, and then Schwarber got home runs taken away from him. It's an impossible way to track. Yes, it looks cooler. I guess like there's like a time frame and stuff that you can like take time out, stuff like that. But the 10 outs is the most pure form of the home run derby because you actually can fucking count if a dude is hitting a home run and there's no cheating of a ball dropping, stuff like that. The 10 outs to me makes the most sense. Does it take a little bit longer? Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. The home run derby now is a fucking free for all. Like a guy like me with not the highest brain capacity watching it, it's like, was that ball gone? The ticker's not even adjusting to it. It's not counting properly. It's absurd.
I do agree though that like if I was drinking and I was in left field, like this format is electric. Like you're just getting balls hit at you fucking constantly while drinking beers.
You need to, if you're bringing children to left field, they need to be wearing helmets for the.
Yes, that would.
It is
be a
that dangerous.
It is. It is super dangerous. I know the one year Pete Alonso hit that kid, and then they were like.
I don't think they have kids anymore there, right?
In the outfield, like catching fly balls.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was the Pete Alonso thing you're talking about is really funny because some guy's getting like carried off by 2 people and then they just cut. ESPN cuts to Pete Alonso just dancing, waiting to hit more home runs.
Is Pete Alonso like is he just like a weirdo?
Yeah, he's very weird.
Like I saw the video of him like deadlifting.
That's a
like,
hardo move.
Like let's fucking relax.
Like was he like he wasn't joking, right?
No, he was seriously deadlifting. But looking at this from another perspective, he would have made more home runs, more money in the home run derby than his salary. Right? Same with Julio Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez is at $750,000 a year. Home run derby's $1 million.
That's good. So. I like how the major leagues doing that. Like they're actually like it makes sense for the rookies to join. I guess Pete Alonso too. I didn't know he was making that little.
Vlad said he would
2 deadlifts before your home run derby for a timed event doesn't seem very smart.
No.
Vlad said he's going to do it next year in Seattle.
Nice just dog walk Julio in his own stadium.
Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of Jays fans there.
That is going to be crazy.
We need to be there.
Fuck, that would be electric. That would be
fun.
8-14 boys. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't care for the All-Star game. I will say this: yesterday's game was kind of sick. I thought it was a sick game because it wasn't a blowout, close game. You thought it was going to be a swing off at the end there, which would have been sick. American League money line, by the way, easiest money of my life. And yeah,
Alek Manoah was the star, man.
Alek Manoah is. I'm happy Major League people are starting to realize how electric this dude is.
The problem is Yankees fans are starting to like him, is what I heard.
There's going to be a couple mock trades in a couple weeks for Manoah.
Where did you hear this there, Abe?
I forget what I was listening to, but they were talking about how the Yankees fans were starting to like him, and it sucks, but he is a very likable guy. I'm not going to say what I want to say. He's like Marcus Stroman at the end without the theatrics. Like people liked Marcus Stroman. People really like Alek Manoah. He's a really personable guy, and he's awesome. Like he takes the city under his wing, and he just succeeds, man. He's been a lot of fun.
Stroman's cringy though. Manoah is not really.
That's probably what I was trying to get at. Yeah.
Yeah. Stroman's very cringy. He'll post a highlight tape after like getting
wearing
shelled.
The number 6, like 6 God. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like it's just that Manoah is like a genuine dude too. You could tell he's like very family oriented. He's electric. And I mean, when he asked John Schmaltz, he's like, "What should I throw here?" And he says, "Back foot slider," and just absolutely hits McNeil. It's McNeil in the back foot. It's just, I love him. I love Manoah. I'm happy people are starting to see it. I'm just looking down in the future. The Jays are fucked with paying guys. Like, you have to pay Manoah. You have to pay Bo. You have to pay Vladdy. You have to pay Teoscar if Teoscar wants to stay. You have to pay Lourdes. Fuck. That's a lot of money on the books, boys. That's a lot of money
and
on
the
the books.
pitchers we have too.
Yeah,
Like,
Ricky, Big Dick Rick.
Big Dick Rick. Oh my God, he's gonna win
Big
a
Dick
Cy
Rick
Young
will get paid for like 7 years.
Yeah,
Big Dick Rick's gonna get paid when we're in our 30s. Like, let me take that in.
and it's gonna be awesome.
He's gonna look at us like, oh, those were the fucking creepos that were fucking calling me Big Dick Rick when I was 18.
We'll clip this 7 years from now and be like, we knew this day was gonna come. We get this huge contract.
He's gonna get Big Dick Rick's gonna get paid in 2030. Pray for the Jays in 2030 when he gets paid. But yeah, dude, this I think Grosjean's gonna get dealt at the deadline. That's not a hot take, right?
People want us to talk about two things I've seen and I posted on Insta. They want to know rest of the season predictions, like at the record, how we end up, and then trade deadline deals.
I can't even tell you how many games we have left. Does anyone know?
I think we've played 93 games.
Okay.
So we have 69 left. Yeah. No, that math is off. No, that math is right. 69. The Jays have 69 games left.
Nice.
69.
Yeah, 69 games left. I'm going to say 60 and 39.
Holy fuck.
No, that's 99 games, Johnny.
60 and 39.
Wait, is that 90?
Yeah,
that
is
is a
that was
ridiculous
dumb.
amount of
Hand
games.
up. That was dumb. I'm going to say the Jays win.
Okay, where do we think
40
you finish? Where do you think we finish? Wild card 1, wild card 2.
Wild card 1. Wild card 1. I think the Jays haven't hit as even near what they're. I'm going to say this. Second half prediction. I think the Jays coming first in the wild card. They haven't hit anywhere near their ceiling with pitching and hitting, clicking, and defense. Obviously, has been really good this year. I think they figure this out in the second half. We're talking clean slate, new coach, everything now. Everyone's positive vibes. Second half, the Jays are in a playoff spot when they haven't been playing good. I think they figure it out and go on a run kind of like they did last year when they came back to the Rogers Center. But they do it for a full second half of the season. I genuinely do think they're going to come in first place in the wild card, not in the obviously the AL East, but they're better than the Red Sox, in my opinion. They're better than the Rays. The Rays are fucking poverty. And they're better than the Seattle Mariners. I genuinely do think they're better than the Seattle Mariners. Mm-hmm. So, the Jays haven't played their best baseball, and they're in a playoff spot. Imagine what they're going to do when they actually do play their best baseball.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Seattle isn't making a splash at the deadline, man. Those guys gave up on their team last year. Fuck's sakes. We're gonna make a splash at the deadline, and we're gonna go on a huge run, man. This city is ready to just like burst in excitement. Like they want to feel that energy that we felt in that David Price fucking trade.
I remember I got chills thinking about that.
And Tulo, like just seeing him in the uni, like we're gonna make some. I actually saw a post of what we actually acquired that year. We acquired 3 bullpen arms.
We're gonna do that this year. Buy Grosjean
and Price. So I don't know what we're gonna do this year, but like that wasn't even supposed to be like our year, and we did that shit. Like it has been geared up.
But that was also Alex Anthopoulos.
I know he was also he knew he wasn't coming back.
Yeah, and dude, look what he did with the Braves last year. I would die to have a GM with a set of balls like this dude. Picks up Solar. It's like I just want to see the Jays do something, and I'm going to say this: the white whale for me at the deadline, and a guy that I think the Jays could get with ease, is Luis Castillo. That's the white whale for me. That's who I want at the deadline. Imagine that guy.
What's his ERA this year?
He's an all-star. Imagine that guy. Listen to this rotation. I'm assuming Barrios is going to pitch like he has the last 3 starts. Manoah, Gossman, Barrios, Luis Castillo in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? And then you could put Ross back in the bullpen and be a long reliever type of guy. Fucking sign me up for that shit, man. Give me Luis Castillo on the Toronto Blue Jays yesterday. Give up Moreno. Give up Grosjean. I don't care what you have to do. You get Luis Castillo at the Rogers Center ASAP. This city will explode. It will give me David Price first start at the Rogers Center vibe, sold out in July. packed house, tickets expensive because David Price, the main attractions here, and Luis Castillo will be here at the Rogers Center. Give that to me. Make me feel something again, because that means that Ross Atkins is saying, I'm putting all my chips on the table. Groshans is gone. Moreno's gone. We have Luis Castillo. Let's fucking go. I need that.
Listen to Castillo last 3 starts. He's gone 7 strong, 1 earned run in each start against Tampa Bay, New York Yankees, and Atlanta, with 6 or more strikeouts in each of those starts.
Wow.
Hell yeah. I'm a Luis Castillo guy, Jared.
Dude, give me him. Just like if the Yankees get him, I'm gonna fucking lose it. If the Yankees get him.
The Yankees, they do it though, but they don't really need another guy in there. I guess they could use one more, but their rotation has been really good this year.
Yeah, like can they just be okay with it? Because the Yankees don't care about giving up prospects. That's they can just buy play. They don't give a fuck. Like I think that trade is the sexiest. Is Groshans, Moreno, and maybe throw someone else in there. I think that gets done for Luis Castillo. The Jays could offer the most for a starter like that. They can't offer the most for a Soto. They can offer the most for a Josh Bell type or a Luis Castillo type, right?
Yeah, maybe not the most, but they have a good package.
Do you think that's too much?
I just searched something up and it said Cincinnati doesn't think the assets the Jays have will be enough to get a deal done.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Then who else?
Don't know where it came from. I just read the headline.
So who do you want? Who do you want? Who's your number one guy that you want? I'm seeing Nelson Cruz thrown around there. That's a bat. I know. I'm just saying that's a bat that mashes. Who's one guy? And you know the Jays. They're going to pick up a guy like Jose Barrios or someone like that was never really on the trade market. They're just going to get a guy like that.
We're going to get Daniel Vogelbach. I think we're going to get him.
I don't want Daniel Vogelbach.
I know we don't want him, but I think we're going to get him. My guy that I really want is Ian Happ.
Fuck, that's so dude. Yes. All-star, right?
All-star. Yeah, I don't know what has he only played outfield or has he played second since he's been in the majors? Things like that.
Ian Happ would be a great trade chip for the Jays.
Good switch hitting guy too.
Because then if you're the Jays, you could be willing. So listen. Let's say the Jays get Ian Happ, right? Then you're kind of fine with parting ways with a guy like Lourdes or Teoscar in another trade to add to the bullpen, add to the starting rotation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a good idea, though. I do think Ian Happ would be a great trade chip. That's the white whale for you, Avery?
Yeah, I love him.
JR, who's your white whale?
I think Castillo or Frankie. I think
Frankie you won't have to trade that much. You won't have to trade.
We need like one or the other I'd be happy with. But other than that, like I don't know, like I'm looking at like who's actually like potential. Like some of these names are ridiculous that are getting thrown, but I would go one of those two, but I feel like it's going to be like one that we don't expect.
That's what I was saying. It's going to be a random.
Whit Merrifield was someone that we like.
He's not vaccinated.
Really need him, but he's not vaccinated.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you're right. He didn't come down.
He said he would get vaccinated for a contender.
Yeah, he did say that. That is crazy.
I mean, is he pretty much just saying the Jays then?
No, well, he said.
I think he means any AL East team.
Well, what he said was the quote, which is why, like, I think he's getting like legit death threats from Royals fans. He said, "Why?" or something along the lines of like, "Why would I get vaccinated for a team that's like not competing?" So he pretty much said the Royals weren't worth him getting vaccinated.
That's really funny.
That is hilarious.
It's for a guy who's been like kind of ride or die for your team when they've been shitty for a couple of years and like the only all-star. That's a really horrible thing to say. In his
defense, that's what playing for a team like that does to you. Like they suck. They're terrible.
He needs to get out of there.
But I get for me as well, it's obviously just half decent bullpen arms. Like just
David Bednar.
Is there anyone though specific? Like we talked about Soto.
Gregory Soto.
Oh, dude. Michael Fulmer's still on my list. I love Michael Fulmer. He's so good.
I think it's weird for the Tigers because they shouldn't have been this bad.
And a lot
Right?
of people
So-
thought they're going to be really good.
Yeah, I took their
Well,
over
good.
wins, and it's not gonna happen.
That can't be close.
No, it's nowhere near.
No,
Yeah.
it was
Nowhere
like
near.
76. But it's like I don't know if they'd part with their guys thinking that they're close for next year.
Well, they had
too,
one of the
but-
best bullpens in
Yes.
baseball. I generally don't think they would. That's a scary thing. But dude, imagine Bednar. I was watching him in the All-Star game. He's so good. Like 99, just lets the fastball eat. Who gives a fuck about secondary pitches? That would be electric.
would be
So are they
awesome.
like actually talking about dealing him? Like,
Well,
what's the
I
deal
got
there?
well. I guess I'll expose myself. I got duped on Twitter.
Yeah, you did.
I searched his name because he was trending. Bednar was trending, and the first thing that pops up from MLB trade rumors
Mm-hmm.
with a Z on the end. I didn't catch the Z on the end. It was David Bednar to the Yankees. I was like, no. I sent it to the chat.
You
and
did
then I
send it to the
immediately-
chat.
and then I
I
immediately was
looked it
like-
up.
And then I immediately was like, oh, no, never mind. I got.
I thought you were gonna say you like quote tweeted it and said some shit. And...
I thought I was gonna quote tweet and be like, "Fuck."
I think you did say you were going to kill yourself.
I did say that.
you know what? I get caught on that a couple times too. I'll be completely honest. When
Well,
I see something and I'm like, no way, this is fucking true.
The
And
rumor
then
mill.
I catch myself.
The
And it's
rumor
called
mill.
like, yeah, it's called like ball sack at ball sack.
Ballsack Sports.
the most electric guys that just do like the ESPN guys fall for ball sack sport.
And then they had to
So-
apologize.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that they put it on the screen and the person like didn't think like maybe this is an incredible source.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
because
a-
if you make a graphic and it says anything on it, people will believe it.
Just immediately
Yes.
too. Like they'll
Yeah.
just
We should put-
immediately
we should put
believe
some
it.
fuck ton of
We
graphics
should
one
start
day.
making sick graphics with just like the most wrong quotes that you could ever say.
Yeah,
And
like
that-
Juan Soto to the Jays confirmed by gate 14. And Just
Yeah.
like imagine someone picking that up.
We need to get into the breaking news business. I kind of love it.
That
We should
I-
just like
I am
have a
addicted.
news break and then comment on everyone's thing saying we were the ones that first found it, even if we weren't. Like credit us.
Yeah, like I had like a little time there where I was like quote tweeting sources, like confirming sources and saying confirmed. Like when Bryce Harper signed with the Phillies.
I've spoken with my sources. This is confirmed.
When Bryce Harper signed with the Phillies, I quote tweeted it and I was like confirmed. I was like, no, per source, Bryce Harper will be signing with the Phillies, confirmed. Like the funniest thing is when like all the like the sources have to credit each other in like the
Yes, like
NFL,
Shams and all those guys.
like, per Shams, per blank, like it's just the funniest thing of all time.
When they
have to
say Ken Rosenthal had
Yeah.
it first.
yeah, Ken had it first. It's the greatest. It's just the most undefeated thing of all time. So yeah, that's like I guess that's majority of what people want us to talk about is like trade targets. I can't say really any. I would definitely say a left-handed bat, especially seeing what Tapia has been doing, isn't at the top of my concerns anymore. I wouldn't say left-handed bat's like a top concern. I think top priority is like adding to the bullpen and adding a starter. But knowing the Jays, and maybe we can clip this and get future like a good take exposed, I guess you can call it. The Jays are going to get a random bullpen arm that we never thought they would have like ever even was even a trade
Mhm.
target. Like,
No, yeah.
did you guys see that fucking Cardinals guy in the All-Star game throwing 103?
Keasley or
I saw that. I was
what
like, who
in
the
the hell? What is that?
right when I saw that, I was like, I do not recognize this guy.
he's been doing this all year too. I said take Giovanni Gallegos in your fantasy leagues because he was a
Mhm.
good closing option, and
He's terrible.
then they just have this guy who's the best pitcher ever.
Yeah. Yeah. By the
Helsley.
way, guys, the Yankees might be dead. They might get swept by the Astros today. I hope. Yeah, they're done. The Yankees are done. The dynasty's over. The banner's going to get hung for the first half, and that's what they're going to do. But yeah, that fucking guy, Heasley or whatever, he is insane.
Mhm.
What? Like, I don't think a guy has ever been on the Jays that throws over 100 besides 100 Miles Giles.
Hey, come on.
And he
Pearson.
played. Oh my god. Where's Pearson? Where,
I don't know, man.
where's Nate Pearson?
At this point, he's as liked as Pearson fucking Airport. Christ's
Yeah.
sake.
Is he who? Okay, who's more reliable, Nate Pearson or Toronto Pearson International Airport?
That's a good poll to put up. That is a really good poll to put up. And I know
who are you trusting? Bang
I
for
know
your
we have
buck.
struggles. putting
We
down
did.
the polls,
I
but
think Billy needs to do that because I don't think we have a draft today. What's more reliable, Nate
yeah,
Pearson or
that's-
Pearson Airport?
dude, that might go like that. Actually has a chance to do well on Twitter. Also, like that is funny.
Who's more reliable, pound for pound in Toronto? Nate Pearson or Pearson International? That is just an absolute ricochet shot at him. God knows what he's going through.
There's also another.
I hope he's.
poll
I hope he's okay. Hand up. I hope he's okay. I don't know how Jared feels, but
I mean,
Yeah.
Of course, I fucking love that guy. I'm reading an article right now while we're doing the pod because that's just what I do. Research and do the pod at the same time. There's actually a very good chance. Well, vary's a little far fetched that Shohei actually gets dealt.
No, he is going to get dealt. He even said he's not going back to the Angels.
Like
So
he said
we're-
that ever.
Okay. So if the Jays give everyone for him. I mean, he has 2 years left.
No, but Avery, I misquoted that, and I'm going to get roasted for that in the DMs. He said he wants to play for a winning team.
Well,
He-
this article is saying that the Angels, they don't even think the Angels would be able to afford him because they have Trout and they have a couple of big
Rendon.
contracts. Yeah.
Rendon, who, but you want to talk about bad contracts.
Oh yeah, that's
That's a
Anthony
bad
Rendon makes
they signed him
Kikuchi
at-
look like you got Kikuchi for free. That's what Rendon
He was
doing.
so old when you signed that deal.
What is Kikuchi saying? What's he up to? Anyone know? How his All-Star break
Probably,
went, maybe?
I hope he
Probably
had
just
fun.
getting,
I'm gonna look on Insta.
probably just getting a couple massages.
As if we just play the Red Sox right away.
That is sick. Right off the bat.
Yeah, I kind of love that.
Yeah. And I gotta ask you guys this, because obviously it was like storming through Twitter. Everyone's saying like let's mic up the guys and stuff like that. I think that's fucking stupid.
You say Kikuchi only has one picture on Instagram.
Fuck up.
Follow him, Ave.
Do you think he's going 0 dark 30 LeBron mode? Do you think he deleted all of it?
Yeah, he's locked in.
So what do you guys think? Like what are your guys' thoughts on having like guys mic'd up at all times? I think it's an absolute circus clown show if that was the case.
What
I
do you
hate
mean?
it. I hate it.
People are
in the
talking about
games.
that. They want everyone mic'd up.
Yes, I saw tons of tweets like this is awesome for the game. But another side for me is like, dude, could you imagine? Because obviously it's live TV. If you have a guy mic'd up, the fuck amount of swear words and just obviously I love it. But I'm just saying the amount of lawsuits that would happen just with like suing Sportsnet by like the Karens and shit. If like Liam Hendricks calls a guy a fucking motherfucking bitch while he's like mic'd up on the mound, it's crazy. You can't. That's just unrealistic. Miking dudes up on the field at all times.
I mean, imagine Lance Lynn mic'd up.
That would be awesome. The worst part is the questions though on the field. I think the reporters are so cringy. They ask the stupidest questions. They have nothing of substance to really ask these guys. It's like the Mike Trout asking about fantasy football while he's playing center field. Like,
Yeah.
none of these
dude,
guys
like,
want to talk.
Mike
to them.
Trout is so sick of that shit. man.
Mic'd up is cool because they're talking to their teammates.
Mhm.
Interviews on the field suck
Yeah,
no, I
during the
agree.
game.
And another thing that pissed me off during the game, maybe you guys didn't catch it, and I had to talk about it because he's a legend. Miguel Cabrera was having his last All-Star game at bat, or one of them, and the clown shows at MLB on Fox have a big Poppy meet and greet going on in the dugout, not even recording Miguel Cabrera's at bat on TV. Did you guys see that? I was like, oh fuck, Miguel's up, like he's about to walk up to the plate, like he's Big Poppy was talking to him. And the announcers Fox has no goddamn idea what they're doing. They obviously hired Ben Verlander, so that's one thing. And this guy, Big Poppy, is doing his fucking circus show in the dugout with a legend, maybe one of the best hitters of all time, is in the batter's box of the All-Star game. I don't even know what the result of the at-bat was. I seriously don't know. Because they're doing like a fucking, I'm fine with Big Poppy doing that. But Miguel Cabrera's about to take up his last All-Star game at bat, and you don't even show it on TV. But Albert Pujols, you do a curtain call. This guy's been on retirement tour for fucking 8 years.
The same thing that I was kind of. Who were they talking about for Santiago Espinal's at bat? They just talked about someone else the whole time. It's like this guy's in his first All-Star game. Sick story.
He's not an All-Star though.
True, but he's in the game playing. Like you could at least mention something about him, right?
I guess I would have said he's not an All-Star if I was on the mic.
Shout out to Alejandro Kirk though. Mexico loves that guy.
Mexico, and I'll say this: I might become a Mexico World Baseball Classic fan. That might be my team. Alejandro Kirk might have persuaded me. Him and Romo.
Who else do they have on that team?
Romo.
Adrian Gonzalez can come back.
Him and Sergio Romo. I can't wait for the picture to like tweet it from the Gate 14 account. The gang's back together. That's a little baseball classic with Kirk and Sergio Romo played for Mexico.
So it was a funny story I was telling Jared when we went to LA in January. We went on a flight from Edmonton to LA, and I moved back seats so I didn't have to sit 3 in a row. Just random guy. We just chopped it up. His name's Carlos, Mexican guy from LA. And he was at the All-Star game, and he just sent me videos of Alejandro Kirk. I was like, this is awesome. He knows I like the Blue Jays, and he's Mexican, so he loves Alejandro Kirk. I said, this is the best collab ever. Like, I'm so jealous. Love this guy.
How can you hate this guy? How can you seriously hate this guy? How?
Hand up. I told you guys I wasn't a big Kirk guy, but I'm starting to become a Kirk guy. I told you guys that, remember?
You should not have brought that up because that is the worst thing.
I should have just pretended, but I'm an
maybe the
guy.
most likable Blue Jay in the history.
That's why the didn't like him. That's why I literally didn't like a 5'5" guy built like a rock. That's my bad. That's completely my bad. My roommates will testify to that I didn't like him, but I just had to bring that back up because it's been a while since I brought that up.
Do you guys think Derek Jeter deserves
No, he's a fucking fraud.
Who's running his socials? Who's running his socials? What is going on? The guy comes out with a docuseries and someone probably said, hey, you should probably get social media.
It's perfect, man.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
Well,
okay, sorry. That was dumb. He's
a Hall of Famer. I think he's overrated though.
He is the most overrated shortstop of all time. I have a cheat sheet on my phone.
Connor Morrow's tweet.
Here's some stats. So this actually isn't even a stat. So first of all, he's a good shortstop. He wasn't even the best shortstop on his fucking team. Alex Rodriguez was substantially better than him at shortstop. And this little prick who calls himself the captain wouldn't move over to third when the best option at shortstop was A-Rod, who the Yankees traded for. That's one thing for me. Another thing is this guy's defensive WAR is in the negatives. And we hear this thing like he's the second coming of Christ at shortstop. He's not. Derek Jeter was okay, sorry. Again, bias kicking in. Was not a good defensive shortstop. So can we fucking stop with that bullshit? That he's the second coming?
I cannot wait till Ave or Johnny, you clip that and post that shit on Twitter.
Oh, well, I'll get death threats. I'll get death threats from Sal from the Bronx. You fucking dickhead.
You're gonna fucking get death threats.
People point out 5 Gold Gloves. He's a winner. He was definitely a winner who contributed to the culture of what made the Yankees successful at that time. But like the main calling card, was he a 300 hitter? I think he might have been a good average guy.
The best player's not always the captain, Johnny. Okay.
Well, the best player also doesn't refer to himself as the captain and calls himself the captain. His plus minus is minus 125. His career defensive WAR is minus 14.7. I think John McDonald had a better career defensive WAR than this fuck. Is John McDonald the captain?
Sick.
Is John McDonald the captain?
No.
Listen. And
it was Doc,
if Derek Jeter wasn't on the Yankees and he didn't have the best hitters on the planet protecting him around him in the order, he would be a fucking glorified Aaron Hill.
Okay.
We're just throwing it back. I love this.
Johnny, you're
okay. Come on, man. He was you have to pitch to him or else you pitch to Bernie Williams.
No, he was definitely
Mark
protected.
Teixeira, A-Rod, Nick Swisher,
Froderick Jeter.
Jorge Posada.
Fraud.
Hell in the chat for Derek Jeter. I do hate him forever. He's just a bum, and he's not my captain. I genuinely think he wasn't even the best shortstop in his division, say the less. Right? Nomar Garcia-Parra was better.
Did you guys see the video of Boston fans saying?
Yeah, that was so cringe, bro.
It was so, and Derek Jeter just reacting to it was so weird. But Johnny, if you had, I'm going to time you right now. So you have 5 seconds to say something to that camera. Okay. I'm going to count down from 3. You have 5 seconds. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
What?
Dude. Oh my God.
Derek G. Is that what you want me to say?
No, you have 5 seconds to say something to Derek Jeter, like the boss. What would you, if you were in that spot, what would you say? That was the point of that.
Oh, that's what it was. Yes. Okay.
I
That
had
was
no
the
idea
video.
what the exercise was
Did you-
going on there.
Okay, if I had 5 seconds to
you
say something to
you have
Derek
5
Jeter, I would
seconds.
say you weren't even the best shortstop on your team. You weren't even the best shortstop in your division. You weren't even the best shortstop in baseball. You shouldn't be a unanimous Hall of Famer, and you're one of the worst defensive shortstops in the Hall of Fame. That's
That
what I would
was-
say to him.
I mean, like
Perfect,
you
5
would have got
seconds.
cut off, but it was good. I was expecting a little more energy from you.
I just hate him. I hate him. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Derek. I hate you. You're a fucking bum. I do respect you off the field because you plow more than a fucking farmer. So got to my cap to that aspect of it. But at the end of the day, I'm not a Derek Jeter guy. We all know that. Let's break down this fucking Red Sox series and call it a weekend for the boys. And by the way, announcement. So next week we're gonna record on, obviously drop the Friday, but we are going on a trip the next weekend, right?
Oh,
Not this
hell
one.
yeah. I forgot about that.
So we're gonna record on the Monday night. Does that make sense, guys? Like when we
Yeah,
get
makes
back?
Yeah, boys, we'll try and get some stories up of the boys. Just
Yeah.
ripping it up.
We'll come up. We'll record on the Monday night, drop on the Tuesday
we're
night.
doing we're doing a podcast retreat. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's a team building exercise. But no, dude, yeah, like so the episodes are gonna drop this one, obviously, the Monday, the Friday, and then the Tuesday. Just so everyone's aware of it. So we're not getting DMs like where the fuck is it? All that type of shit. And I will say this.
There might be an off day there too, which would be perfect.
Yeah, which will I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're facing the Tigers that week. But yeah, so let's go into the series. Blue Jays, Red Sox. We're talking pitching matchups, folks.
August 1st, we have an off day, by the way.
Okay,
so
awesome.
It'll be perfect.
All right. So we're talking pitching matchups. Gossman, Eovaldi tomorrow. That is going to be, I'm going to be rock hard watching that. Manoah versus Cutter Crawford. And
W.
Ross Stripling going on the Sunday, and the Red Sox don't have a guy announced. But
What the fuck? Why were you acting like these were the best pitching matchups
They are.
in the world?
you got Gossman, Manoah, and Stripling in a division series to fucking
Okay.
separate.
I thought you were like, I don't know if Avery thought this too, but I thought you were like
Fuck Avery.
like saying no. I just thought you were like saying how like we got some really good matchups coming out.
Well,
I think for
mean,
us, as for the Blue Jays, they have like
Yes,
guys that we
okay.
Thank
want.
you. Thank you, Avery.
I see where you're getting there.
I'm just happy you're saying that. So I'm going to go on a limb here. Positive vibes, Johnny. Jays take the series 2-1. Easy
I like
money.
it.
Light
yeah,
work.
I think so.
The Red Sox stink. Chris Sale has a fucking pastrami arm. The guy's injured every 2 days. It is Jays in a rout, 2-1, all over that fucking scumbag Carabas's grave. Jays are going to dog walk the Red Sox. That's what's going to happen.
I think we win Saturday, Sunday.
No, I think we win tomorrow, Saturday.
Jer.
I'm not saying games. I'm going 2-1. I'm not doing this game with you guys.
2-1. All right. And if you, yeah, I think it's going to be 2-1. I think Alejandro Kirk stays hot. Obviously, the guy's he's incredible.
His girlfriend being like 8 inches taller than him, so good.
I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
Or wife
he
or whatever.
fucks, man. What do you mean?
She's
How
so
old is Alejandro Kirk?
not very old, I don't think.
And you
I
know
like,
what's
can't tell. He could be like 32.
He
now,
could be
you know?
35.
the
yes.
story about him is crazy. How the Jays noticed him watching another player. Do you guys know that?
No.
The Jays noticed Alejandro Kirk when they went to like Mexico to watch another player, and they saw Alejandro Kirk, and they're like, "Holy shit, this guy rakes! Like this guy just always hits." So
How old
they
is he,
signed
Jer?
Kirk.
He's 23 years old. He's in
Yeah.
98.
Yeah,
He's
he's a young-
23.
He's a young buck.
No, that guy could be my dad. He looks so old. Holy.
Let's go Blue Jays.
That is the best clip ever.
It's so awesome. So
that's the
wholesome.
best video ever. It's just so wholesome. It's awesome. I love him so much. But yeah, it's not a bold prediction. I think the Jays take the series 2-1. And let's obviously so you guys are all saying 2-1 also.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
2-1.
What's your hot take then going into the rest of the year?
Ooh, not
Jesus.
something I was ready for.
I'm gonna say a hot take first. I'll lead it off for you, Avery. I'll let you think a little bit. I think the Yankees come close to blowing their lead in the AL East. That's my hot take.
Jeez.
I like
Like
that.
I think they win. Do I think they win the division? Maybe. Are they going to win the division? Probably. I think they come close to blowing it. It comes down to the last 2 weeks where it's like, their assholes are clenched up here. We're getting close to this shit. That's my hot prediction. My bold prediction.
Okay.
We'll go. I'm looking. So I sent you guys that tweet, right? Of Josh Goldberg said the same thing. I'm looking at some of these are kind of ridiculous. One guy said the Jays are going to go 94 and 68, which I would love. But I'm going to go. Jose Barrios is our best pitcher the rest of the season.
That's a great take. He's figured something out. That's a great take.
I don't know if that's hot enough. I think
Here. How about this? What's his ERA right now?
His ERA is I'm on
5
it right
something.
now because mine was going to be something. It's 5.22.
He ends with under a 3.5 ERA.
Wow.
He drops it almost 2 runs. He probably has 10 more starts, maybe.
He has a over 5 ERA in his last 6 starts.
Under 3.5. He figures it out.
That's a good take. JR, what's yours?
I was gonna say Barrios is the best pitcher, top 3 best pitcher in the major second half.
Wow.
I mean, that isn't though. Like, I mean, the guy gets paid like he should be there. I actually didn't even do research if he actually has a history of good second half, so that's on me. But I will do something different. Matt Chapman, I like his mentality. He said that he had a dog shit first half.
Fuck yeah.
He came out and said that. Matt Chapman will. How many home runs does he have right now? I'm gonna check that because
I think it's not
around
I think it's
15.
Yeah.
I think he finishes the year over 30 bombs.
Wow. Fuck yeah. That would be awesome for the team. Like a guy in the 7 hole with 30.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a good graphic
he'd be clawing
as well.
for it. He'd be clawing for it, but 30 bombs.
Okay. There it is. Yeah. And that's great. Some great hot takes. I just got to remember those so I can text those to Billy. Billy's just killing it.
Yeah,
Billy's a
beauty, man.
We need to send some of that fucking merch money.
Well, he's a Yankee fan, so
so we'll take the money. Actually, fuck.
I don't know.
We'll tell him to get on the sportsbook that we're on him. He can fade every pick.
He's from Philadelphia, though, but yeah.
He's done a great. I love the graphics; they're fucking good.
He does a great job on his account too. If you don't follow Billy Talks Baseball, he literally like after a news story gets broken, the second after he posts about it, like a nice graphic, easy to read. He's killing it. So shout out to Billy for that, man. He made
hand up. I don't follow him. I'm gonna follow him right now.
Yeah, thank you, JR. I do love that.
That's
Billy's my guy. Billy's my guy. He's such a good dude. Love Billy. But yeah. So that's how we'll end it. Obviously, man. Probably the biggest news breaks we've done on this episode is like just for the brand wise, obviously the sports book and the merch coming up. So expect the merch sometime next week. We're going to boots on the ground. They will get ordered. We print what you want. We'll do it all for us pretty much and they'll ship it. So we're excited for it. And
second half, man, I'm excited.
The second half. And what a better way to kick it off. You got the Red Sox in Fenway just to kick off second half. Like sign me up. Sign me the fuck up for that. Yesterday, by the way, was the most miserable day in the year. Yeah. No sports on.
No, they actually said, is it the worst time of the year for sports?
No, the day after the Super Bowl is really bad too.
That's what I thought. Because when someone said that, I was like,
but I think there is sports on that day,
might be
but it's just
hockey.
Yeah, and basketball and college sports, but it's just so sad that football's over. I think that's why people don't like that day.
Yeah,
it is pretty bad. There's no college sports on right now. So
it's crime.
Yeah. Well, anyways, man, like I said, TikTok comments have been awesome. We've had Yankee fans saying I'm a Yankee fan and I love this podcast, which is awesome to see. We'll keep pumping it out and love you guys. Appreciate all the listens, all the downloads, all the follows. We're coming for that ass, Sportsnet. I've said it time and time again. We're coming for that ass.
Unaffiliated podcast in Blue Jays history.
Number 1 unaffiliated Blue Jays podcast. No ties, no money spent on marketing. Just 3 guys mucking it up, getting in the mud. Mud Boy's back also, by the way, but that's topic for another day. But yeah, keep it going, boys, and Gate 14 to the fucking moon. Let's go. Let's have a week. Let's have a weekend, everyone. Unlimited beers if you're over the age of 19.